Alright man, today we got a good one. We're gonna be talking about a couple last chance you guys that happen to go off in college football this past weekend. We got not one but two last chance you alum with 70+ yard touchdowns. That's right, today we're talking Malik Henry and Rakeem Boyd. Either way, we got it all in this video for y'all today. If you're brand new here, don't forget, subscribe, enable your notifications. Everybody else, click thumbs up button, hit me up in the comment section. Let's get it. Choo bang. So last week we talked about the fact that Malik Henry was about to get his first FBS start for Nevada. And listen, while it wasn't perfect, it actually went pretty damn well. Check this out. Malik passed for 352 yards and 1 touchdown in the game. He completed 60% of his passes, but did throw 2 interceptions. Regardless, he led Nevada to their first conference win of the season in a shootout versus San Jose State. In score, 41-38. Now, I realized that Malik only threw for 1 touchdown in this game, but again, look at the yardage, 352 yards, all right? Dude was throwing bombs and he was leading big drives that led to points. In the first quarter, he went on a 64-yard drive, setting up a 2-yard touchdown run by Devontae Lee. Then the third quarter opens up, he throws a 75-yard bomb for a touchdown. I ain't talking no screen pass, I ain't talking no slant. Nah, this was a legit 75-yarder. Later in the same quarter, he went 77 yards, setting up a 1-yard touchdown run. So you see what I'm saying? While he's not technically throwing all the touchdowns, he's leading the drives and leading to these points. 41 points to be exact, which is the most that Nevada has scored all season. And his 352 yards passing is the most yards by a Nevada quarterback in nearly 20 years. Even Colin Kaepernick never did that. Now check it out, we're gonna talk about Rakeem Boyd in just a second, but I want to put some things in perspective for y'all real quick. So San Jose State, the same team that Malik just led Nevada to a victory over earlier this season, that same San Jose State team took on Arkansas. Guess what? They beat Arkansas. That's right, they beat an SEC team. Now again, we know Arkansas is not the best team in the SEC or even one of the top teams, but still, it's an SEC team. San Jose State beat them, and then Nevada beat San Jose State with Malik Henry at quarterback. Arkansas only scored 24 points versus San Jose State. San Jose State forced 5 interceptions versus Arkansas. All right, that's 1 quarterback threw 5 picks, all right? So Malik's 2 doesn't look nearly as bad when you actually compare it. Now to be clear, Rakeem did his thing in that game. It wasn't his fault that they lost. He had 100 yards, you know what I'm saying, at the running back position. Not a whole lot more you can do. But I know people are thinking out San Jose State, so I just wanted to put that in perspective, bro. They played the SEC team and beat them earlier this same season. So as far as I'm concerned, that upgrades what Nevada was able to do, and it upgrades Malik's performance, in my opinion. It's also important to note that while this moves Nevada to 4-2 overall, they were coming off a 51-point loss to Hawaii, a game where they only managed to put up 3 points. So again, they go from 3 points to 41 the next week with 1 change. That's what's up. Now, before we move on to Rakeem, here's a quick quote from Malik Henry.
Yeah, there was a time where I didn't think I would play football anymore, but you know, God works in mysterious ways, and I never gave up. I have a great team here that, you know, stood behind me when I first got here, you know, and they're still behind me right now. They never let me put my head down. They never let me give up, and they believed in me. And so, you know, I went out there and had to do it for them. You know, I believe in each one of our guys, and no matter who's out there, you know, if we execute and communicate, we're gonna win.
So there you go. Barring injury, Malik Henry should be the starting quarterback for Nevada for the rest of the season, and I think he only classifies as a junior, so perhaps he come back and get another shot at it next year from the beginning of the season. Now again, this is 1 game, so we don't know what could happen, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it. They play San Diego State this week, and they have Boise State, who's ranked like 14 right now, in a few weeks, like down the line, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do against a team like that. Now back to Rakeem Boyd. Now we know that Rakeem's team's not the best as they're sitting at 2-4 on the season, but he is currently 6 games into the season, the SEC's leading rusher. That is a huge deal. Through 6 games, Rakeem's got 617 rushing yards with 5 TDs. Dude's averaging 5.8 yards per carry, all right? And he just had a huge game versus Kentucky last week. Check this out, 134 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 15 carries, all right? He busted a 74-yarder in this game and continues to raise his stock. It's gonna be really interesting to see if Rakeem can keep up this pace. Arkansas is getting ready to go into the super difficult part of their schedule. They got Auburn coming up, they got Bama coming up, Mississippi State, LSU, and Missouri all in the back half of the season. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Rakeem can keep up this pace. He's going to need a lot of help from his offensive line. He's going to need help from whoever's calling the plays over there, because he's not going to just be able to have successful days against those teams I just named off of sheer talent alone. Anyway, that is all I got for y'all today. My name is FlemLo Raps. I'm gonna holler at you next time, fellas. Wham.
Yeah, you'll never know quitter, 'cause I'ma go get it.